Hello. Welcome back to Time Well Meant, the podcast where you can have confidence in the fact that we'll never change anything even with a new year. If you're new to the podcast or if you're joining us for the first time, we like to talk about a number of different things. We like to talk about gaming, we like to talk about the goings-ons of the internet, and we like to talk about mental health, how that affects our personal lives. I'm Silas, and I'm joined as always by a fantastic and man of a new year, a fellow by the name of Kirby. So TJ, how are you doing, buddy?
Well, since you have to ask, I'm doing pretty well, other than the fact that life happens and, we're, 6 days in? Oh, wait.
8
Sorry,
days.
I can't count. 8 days in to 2025. And already had to replace my water heater for the year.
Fuck. God damn.
So,
yeah. Fucking, yeah. What a way to start the year. Sorry, Kirby, how are you doing as well, buddy?
I've been slighted. I won't be speaking this episode.
So yes, for those listeners, if you're here and you're watching visually, then you can already see his beautiful and gorgeous manly face. But for the audio listeners, we have a guest today. Isn't that fucking insane? Last minute decision, very Time Well Meant-esque. Did not plan this at all. We decided we were in a Discord call with our very good friend. We've told many a story about him. He's a beautiful and wonderful friend that we love very, very much. And we will be flattering him until he's red in the face. I guarantee it. Our friend TJ is here. TJ is here. Obviously the other two of us fucks are here, but that's nothing new. What do you expect? But god damn.
Man, 8 days into the year, and if I'm thinking correctly, TJ's got, 8+ inches of snow?
Yeah.
11. We got
11.
11.
Jeez.
Yeah,
And
so
let me tell you, first of all, the HOA is supposed to shovel our snow. They didn't do our driveway. I had to shovel that myself. It was so awful. I'm sore in places that I forgot you can get sore in. And
Yeah.
I don't ever want to have to do that again. I hope I can just pay someone.
Those are those northern problems that we know nothing about.
I've never shoveled snow in my life.
Never once. Yeah. I remember the first time that I went to Kansas after a snowstorm, because I used to work up there. And it was we landed and I was already kind of freaking out because it was cold weather here, but they were like, yeah, it just snowed. And I think they only got 4 inches or 5 inches or something like that. And I remember getting there and it being holy shit. My buddy picked me up and we went back to his place and it was just I just took a step and watched my foot disappear. And I was like, what a wild world to live in. You know what I mean? And to y'all, that's completely normal. But to me, I was like, whoa. So dope.
I just drove up there to see TJ a month ago maybe. And I got there and I don't remember the temperature. It wasn't that cold. But then the next morning we wake up and I peek out the window and I'm like, oh, look, there's just a couple snowflakes coming down. That's kind of wild. And then within 30 minutes, I'm like, all right, got all ready, dressed, brushed my teeth. All right, see you guys. I got to head back to Texas. And I opened the front door and it looked like a blizzard to me. To my dumb Texan brain, that was a blizzard, dude.
It was
very
slight flurries.
And I'm immediately like, oh my God, dude, I got to get out of here. I got to get on the road, dude. And these guys are just like, why? You're fine. Calm down.
Yeah.
Oh man. Did you drive your car up there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I could see it. If you had gone with Kevin or someone in his big car or with Chris, then I'd be I feel it's a little, I don't know, something about bigger vehicles, you feel safe, but you're still probably good. You could slide just as easily.
Just more weight to slide around.
Yeah.
It really depends on your tires though. Do you guys get all year round tires down there? I don't know what kind of tires that you get in Texas.
I go to NTB and I say, give me the cheapest one, boss.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was gonna say that's one of the things that I've learned from going and traveling around. But yeah, Texans don't really think about all season tires or anything like that. It's more so whatever we get, you know what I mean? Road tires is what we got. Cause our winters, they get cold, but we don't get snow and ice.
We get ice once a year.
Yeah. And when it happens, it just shuts everything down. It's just kind of the norm.
We're expecting a few inches of snow here tomorrow, and they've already canceled school for my son. and my office is closed.
Yep.
Wow.
I actually had a family gathering that I was supposed to be traveling down to Friday that I'm not going to because of that whole thing. So I mean, yeah, when that type of weather happens here for us, it's over. It shuts everything down. So
Stay home, grab a beer.
Yeah.
Was it last year or was it like multiple years ago? There was like a 200 car pileup.
So yeah, there was 20. It's funny because I was just talking to my dad about this. It was 2021 that we had the ice apocalypse. And then in 2017, I believe, we had the snow apocalypse. That was hundreds of car pileups.
Gotcha.
You know, people stuck on the bridges and shit like that. I mean, I'm sure there were, you know, major pileups during the ice apocalypse as well. That was the year that like we had the whole Texas like power grid like shut down and shit like that. That was 2021.
That was the year I went 4 days without power. And ever since then, as soon as it starts getting cold, boy, I'm stocking up on some firewood. I got some cans of ravioli.
Wow. Gotta be prepared. And we prepare so much differently now than how we used to, because it's like, it's gonna like be cold. And now we're like, we gotta make sure we got everything, fucking canned goods and water and fucking
I was just talking to my dad about this last week because he's telling me this storm is coming. Make sure you're ready. And I'm like, trust me, I listen to you now. Because in 2021, he called me and said the same thing. And I was like, Dad, it'll be fine.
Oh, man.
Yeah, my parents called and warned me about this upcoming storm, which I knew it was coming. But when they are calling me about something, it's serious.
Your parents are in Texas, right?
Yeah, they're down in Georgetown. So they're way down there where the old folks live.
It's like near Austin, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's like just southeast of Austin.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny too because you sent video to us about, I don't know, I'm pretty sure you sent it to Kirby too, the snow that you were getting, and I'm like, dude, everyone in Texas would fucking die. we would not survive that weather.
I should go out there and take a video of it now and show you like how it's all piled up off to the sides. It's in like 4 to 5 feet tall piles. It's ridiculous.
Hell no.
I don't feel like it's so much the issue of the snow in Texas as if it was single digits for multiple days in a row, like it sounds like it's been up there, our power grid would fail. 100%.
True, yeah. We don't have the infrastructure to sort of maintain that sort of thing. Kind of a notorious thing that Texas has kind of neglected its power grid. That's a whole other fucking can of worms that we don't need to get into.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, it's a whole wild world. But yeah, it's funny too because so when the ice apocalypse happened, I didn't check because I didn't used to check the weather. I check the weather religiously now. Every morning when I wake up, I check the weather. I want to know what's happening, right? Because before I didn't. I just lucked out. You know, I went to my girlfriend's. You know, she was living in like a 1-bedroom apartment, so I would just go over and visit. And I was like, cool, you know, I'm gonna hang out for like a weekend and, you know, whatever. And so Sunday, I'm like, you know, getting my shit together, getting ready to pack up. My dad calls me, he's like, hey, you might want to just stay where you're at because it's gonna like ice over really bad tonight. And I was like, all right, whatever, it's fine. I'll stay an extra day. We wake up like Monday morning and it's like a winter wonderland, right? Like it's a whole just like, oh man. And yeah, we went and played out in the snow. And the other thing too is we didn't lose power. It felt like one of the lucky few. We didn't lose power somehow. And oh man, it was sick. It was fucking sick.
See, you got lucky. Now during 2021, it happened to be my son's weekend or my ex's weekend to have our son. So he's with her for the weekend. Same thing, Sunday night. The weather starts getting bad and stuff. So I said, why don't maybe just hang on to him. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And by the next day, I was without power. It's a winter wonderland. I'm curled up by the fire trying to survive. And his mother happened to live right next door to a hospital, like a block away. So there was no way they were letting that part of the town go without power.
Absolutely.
So 2-3 days in, I'm freezing and dying and hate my whole life and everybody in the world. And my son calls me and he's like, hey, Dad, what are you doing? I'm playing some Fortnite.
Oh man.
Salt in the wound.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so TJ, have you had I, at any point in time, if you had like a kind of that similar sort of situation where, inclement weather, obviously like you kind of have like tornadoes and stuff like that kind of come through Kansas, but has there ever been like a winter storm that kind of knocked stuff out like that, or?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a long time ago. I think I was like 12 at the time, and it was like 1.5 feet of snow. But prior to the snow, there was at least like an inch of ice, like thick ice that was like this thick on like tree trunks, on the limbs of the trees and everything. And it was so bad, like my dad was still required to go into work because he was an air traffic controller, and he couldn't make it down the street in his 4x4, like, and that was like a big deal to where I had to go and help him like shovel out the snow on our road to get him out of the ditch that he slid into, and got him back to the house, where he decided like, sorry, I can't make it in. There's no, like, it's not possible. I can't even make it down the street. But we lost power for a week straight. And during that time, like, I remember me and my sister got sent over to our friend's place, and they took care of us for like 4 of the days, and then we ended up coming back for the last like 3, and we just kind of stayed around the fire pit that my dad had. But that's not something that like we were prepared for either.
Did the friend's place have power? Is that why you went there?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And fuck that, I wouldn't have left. I'm like, listen, y'all got heat. Oh man, yeah. I can't imagine. I know, like, and it's funny too, because again, I've been, knock on wood, I've lucked out the times that it's happened. And thankfully, I mean, it hasn't been too bad yet. Fingers crossed, whatever. We'll see what happens in the next couple of days. But it's definitely one of those things it's weird too, like getting older and seeing like the impact that has, right? Like, when you're a kid, when you're younger, it's like, whatever, I can go over to your friend's house, or like, it's not that big of a deal. It's like, oh, it's like kind of a cool, fun thing. It's dark and we're doing things like candlelight and whatever. Like,
we can go play in the snow, build a snowman, have a snow day. Yeah,
snow days at school, this shit. Having it like almost like a little adventure with it, I think, kind of makes a difference. When you're an adult and you're like, I got shit to do, or like, I got to figure out how to keep warm, and like, how am I gonna survive?
And my pipes are freezing and bursting.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. One of the I've never had a pipe burst in a house that I've been in, but when I worked for the railroad, we were going through Montana during a fucking what felt like an actual blizzard. I don't know what's classified as a blizzard. I just know that when I looked out the window, I couldn't see anything.
That's a blizzard,
and
for
the
sure.
Snow, when the snow was like, it would literally be like you'd walk through, because the thing about it is the vestibules have like the vestibules are like how the trains are connected. They're like spaces in between the train cars that you can walk through. And every time you'd walk through a vestibule, there was this thin layer of snow that was slowly building up that you had to sweep off. Like I had to go through basically every 30 minutes to sweep them off. And even that wasn't enough, right? But one of the things that I remember is walking through, and I came through one of the doors to the kitchen, and just a huge puddle of water. And I'm like, yeah, one of the fucking pipes froze and then busted. I was like, and we're on a moving train, so good luck dealing with this, right?
Yeah.
And then the next morning, same thing. One of the mechanics comes out of his room, or he's doing something in his room, and he's like, yeah, they we figured out, like, I guess my shower froze and pipe busted. What are you gonna do? Like, and I'm like, I'm not equipped for this, man. I'm from Texas. I can't deal with this cold. It's one thing being cold. It's another thing being cold and everything's freezing and you're like in a moving train. It's just compounding.
Hey, that's exactly how I felt. We were freezing here, and then my water heater took its shit.
So did it freeze and burst, or how did that happen?
I'm not sure. Honestly, like the guy said that it was at its time where it was corroding out of the bottom, but it was just too ironic that like this storm happened and then it was now like draining water out the bottom of it. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't an area, like it's right next to the heater, but it's in a back room where it doesn't get a lot of heat. So I guess it's possible, like, but I don't know. I think that back room is haunted with some voodoo shit.
Is it in the same place where the fire was?
Yes.
Okay, because you showed. It's so funny. I don't remember why I was there. I've been to TJ's house, so I kind of like have an idea of the layout. And when I got the initial, I can't remember if it was like the first or second time that I came down and saw y'all. And you showed me, and you're like, yeah, there was a fire here, and you showed me like kind of where the scorch marks were and shit. I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god, that's good. Yeah, that room is fucking cursed. Holy shit.
Yeah, something's going on in that room.
Yeah. We were joking right before we started recording because TJ was telling me about the water heaters. Like, dude, why do like fire hazards keep popping up near your water?
Right. And I was like, that's the opposite of any like Bender type thing that we've learned. Like, they're always like, water is the opposite of fire. It would put it out. Like, but not in this case.
Water creates fire in Kansas.
Yeah. Kansas is one of them weird backwards places where waters are starting fires and shit. Oh god, that's wild.
Spray some fire on my water and put it out.
Yeah. God.
All right.
It's so crazy to me. Like, and here's the thing too. This is me like definitely not being an actual adult yet. How the fuck do you even know like when to check when your water heater's like good to go? Like I live with my dad, and he had his water heater replaced like 4 or 5 years ago, and he was like, "Yeah, it was just time." And I was like, "How the fuck do you know? Like, how do you know?" Like, I guess
so they have
maybe as
they have a 7-year warranty.
Okay,
but the expected year for them to last is 10 to 15 years, supposedly. This one, it was on year 13, I believe, because this place was built in 2012. So gotcha. Yeah,
damn,
like it was right in that age range, which kind of sucks also for me because it's the same for the furnace. The furnace was from when the place was built as well, and supposedly they last 10 to 15 years also. And those are a lot more expensive, but yeah, I was not ready to drop that chunk of change like that.
Whatever it is, man. Fuck that, yeah.
And that's one of those things, dude. I would love to own a house, and I always think like, we're saving money, my wife and I. One day we'll buy a house, but then these stories just.
Yeah.
Because back in Icepocalypse in 2021, we had a pipe burst, and I rented that house, so I called them the next day like, hey, you got a problem here, guy.
Yeah. So I did learn today, actually, because I had to renew my like homeowner's insurance policy with the company that I have it through. And when I was talking to them, I was like, so what exactly is covered versus like isn't covered? And I like explained what happened with the water heater. And she was like, well, anything that's like accidental and sudden would be covered. So like a pipe bursting would be covered under homeowners like insurance policy. And so like if that were to burst, I would just have to make sure I turn off the water, and then I could make a claim, and that would get taken care of through the homeowners insurance. But yeah, outside of that, like when I walked back into that back room and saw the water heater dripping, I stood there like with my hands up, and I was just like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, what do I do?
What do I do here? Oh, fuck. Oh. Yeah, that's one of those things. Man, listen, this is what I'm kind of weirded out about. Like, how the fuck are you going to tune into a podcast like this and expect to learn about fucking housing problems and how to solve them, right? We're doing new shit in 2025. This is crazy.
Let me tell you what I learned recently. Do you know why a pipe bursts when it freezes?
Because the ice expands the water? No?
Nope.
Oh.
The ice expanding actually will probably not cause the pipe to burst, but the pressure building up in the pipe that is stopped when it freezes causes it to burst.
Okay.
That is why if you are expecting a freeze and you drip your pipes, or like your faucet just drips, that allows excess pressure to go out and hopefully prevents bursting.
Wow. I had no
2025,
idea.
baby. We're teaching you all new shit around here.
You want to be a homeowner? Tune into Time Well Met. We got answered all your questions. Oh God, yeah, wow, that's great. Yeah, I legitimately didn't know that. I always thought like, like the water freezes, because I know that ice expands. So I was like, the ice expands and then it breaks open the pipe but
That's what
I'm
I
sure it's a
thought, was
powerful
that it
thing.
was from the ice expanding that caused the pipe to burst. But
Learn
That's
Watch
something new every
this
day.
on a YouTube video as I was preparing my house for this upcoming weather.
Yeah, there you go. God damn.
This
Fuck,
house
man.
that I live in, I don't know exactly when it was born, but it's older. It's got like foundation issues very clearly. I'm a renter, so I don't care all that much. But two or three of my faucets or pipes are on an external wall. So I have to drip them, or I'm quite concerned that they'll burst. I'm not digging in the wall to find out if they're insulated properly or not. So I'm just dripping all my pipes and hoping the rental company doesn't have to fix that.
Yeah. It's better to be safe than sorry. I'm a big, like, not necessarily a big prepper, but I definitely I like to be ahead of the curve on these sorts of things. I don't want to be caught off guard. I like to make plans ahead of time. You know what I mean? So that way, if anything changes, I know, or I can make adjustments, whatever. But definitely, yeah, it's definitely the stresses in life that are always unexpected. Like you can never predict these sorts of things. You can never plan ahead. But at the same time, it's better to like be a little bit prepared. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand people who like go through life and like are just winging it constantly. I do wing it fairly regularly, but I can't wing it constantly. I need some order in the chaos, you know?
I would say that I probably wing everything except for lessons I've already learned the hard way.
I would probably have to concur. I'm at that same point where I pretty much I wing it, and unless I've gone through it before and know that I've messed up in some way where it's I know this is wrong and I'm gonna have something bad happen to me, I'm like, well, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah. God, I think I did that for a while until I was in my kind of mid to late 20s, and I was like, I need to figure some shit out, man. I can't keep going like this, And I mean, obviously, still there's still some shit that I wing, like having TJ on as a guest. We wung that. I'm down. I'm cool with the kids. I'm down to do some spontaneous shit.
Y'all were just playing Tarkov, and you and I had agreed on a time to start tonight. So I hopped in there like, hey, buddy, what are we doing? Oh, is TJ joining us? And you're like, yeah.
Sure, yeah, fuck it, why not? Definitely, yeah. And the funny thing is, too, is, we're on episode, 17 or 16? Where are we at now? I don't even know.
17.
Yeah. And it's one of those things that, we've talked since the beginning about having guests on. Definitely, still want to have more friends on. This is definitely kind of a test run where this TJ is our fucking test tube.
You're our guinea pig.
Our test tube guest. Yeah, you're our guinea pig guest.
If you fuck this up, none of our other friends get to be on. So, produce some content.
I think you're doing a good enough job already. Yes.
Right. About that.
Time to sabotage.
Slides to the left.
God damn it. I think it was one of those things that the way that we do this podcast, and I think, people who have been watching for a little while kind of can get that, it's basically two guys just having a conversation. So adding a third might make it a little more chaotic. And it's not something that, we're not going to do this regularly. I'm the kind of person that I would get overwhelmed if we did this every fucking week. But, as kind of a special occasion kind of thing, fuck it. Yeah, why not? 2025, we're doing things different. We're always trying to look to improve, always trying to get better. And fuck, man, I'll tell you what what I've been trying to get better at recently. Fucking Marvel Rivals, baby.
Knew it. I think you're gonna fucking say Marvel Rivals.
Marvel Rivals,
dude.
TWM is cool and all, but have you guys played Marvel Rivals?
Listen, this is not an ad. But if you guys been playing this shit, it's pretty good.
I'll take a sponsorship from Marvel.
Oh, fuck yeah. Same. Dude, holy shit. Give me that Marvel money. Yeah, dude, I feel like all three of us have had our turns with it. We've had our opportunity to play. What do you boys think? What are you thinking of the old Marvel rivaling?
I'm going to go first. I cannot think of a game in recent memory that I enjoy so much and hate so much. Straight up, man. I play the game and I'm having a great time. I think this game is awesome. It feels good. The characters are cool. Their abilities are spread out in such a way. There's a lot of good counterplay you can do. And then we're in a ranked game and my buddy disconnects twice.
Yeah.
Or, you know, Wolverine flies out of the sky and just murders my face.
Dude, don't get me started on fucking Wolverine. Oh, God.
But ultimately, man, I've really been enjoying it. That game is fun.
Yeah.
And Psylocke's ass is 10 out of 10.
God.
I bought the skin. I won't lie.
So the main quick play mode I have enjoyed. The mode that I've been trying a little bit more, it's not competitive. There's like another mode outside of that. Yeah.
Conquest,
maybe?
Conquest, yeah, Conquest, you're right.
Okay, and Conquest is like almost like team deathmatch. And it's like your team versus their team, and whoever gets to 50 points first wins.
I didn't know that was there.
Yeah. And I played it like the other day with Wolverine, our buddy.
Yeah.
He was not happy about it. He was like, I'm not playing that again. I'm not doing that again. I'm gonna go back to the other mode. And I was like, okay.
Because Wolverine only plays Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, he is the Scarlet Witch one trick.
He's been trying to learn a couple other characters, but who's Scarlet Witch's connector? The tank?
Oh,
Magneto.
Magneto.
Yeah, love Magneto. And I love playing with Wolverine because he always gives me that sword.
Yeah. And so anytime now that his character is getting picked, he's picking Magneto as his second so that he can get that sword and benefit off of it.
Sword is so good, dude.
I don't know if I've played Magneto with the combo, so I haven't gotten the sword. I will say that my favorite thing about the game is the hero synergy, right? That ability to like be like, oh, you're gonna go Mantis, I'm gonna go Star-Lord, and then we have like a synergy. Or you're gonna go, Hulk, I'm gonna go Wolverine, so you could toss me across the fucking map, right? That sort of thing is really, really cool to me. And I think that it's kind of like the game-changing aspect of Marvel Rivals and what makes it. Because like if they had just had like a normal fucking hero shooter, I don't think people would have been nearly as impressed as if they have what they have now, where it's like, oh, you can like team up and get benefits. And like, they're talking about, at least to my knowledge, like in new seasons, they'll like change it up so that way different heroes will benefit differently with like, and like that's just cool to me. Yeah. Outside of that, I mean, you're right. Like I think Kirby's right with like, the game does feel good. It does,
Except when it fucking crashes.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is I've had numerous crashes, and I
haven't had any.
Yeah, I've heard that like it's kind of a mixed bag, right? There's people who've had, like me, I crash every like, I don't know, 10 games, 12 games, right? Like I can play for a good like hour or two and then I get a crash, right? It's just like a random thing. And then I've heard people who's like, I've never crashed and I play on the whatever settings. And so, mixed bag for everyone.
I've only crashed a few times, but I have one specific friend who it sounds like is pretty close to you. He crashes every night 2-3 times. And that's one thing I'm going to knock on Marvel Rivals is like you start a ranked game and as soon as the doors open, one of your teammates crashes, you're fucked that round. You're fucked.
Yeah.
Yep. It puts you so far behind.
That's literally how that's one of the recent crashes that I had. And I was streaming and it was one of those things where like, and initially I kind of thought I was like, oh, maybe it's because I'm streaming, but no, I've crashed outside of streaming. So clearly it's, it goes beyond that. But yeah, I've had one of those matches where I'm in a game, I'm ready to go. It's a ranked match. So I'm like, kind of trying a little harder than normal. And it, like, as soon as like we get going, it's like, oh, screen goes black and I'm
door
back
goes down.
Like, okay, got the game back up quick, but
the
still.
Opening splash and the cutscene and the shaders loading feels like it takes an hour and a half when you crash.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because you're like, I gotta get the fuck back in there. Your
friends are yelling at you. Where's our tank?
Oh yeah. It's always a disaster when it happens. It always happens at the most inopportune times. I fucking hate it. I will say, there's enough gripes to have in the game. I have plenty of things that I could say negative about the game, but I think that it's a positive overall game, right? To me, it's extremely easy to be like, to casually play, right? And I definitely need that in my life where like I have the games that I like to grind, you know, Tarkov being it right now. I have games that I like to play, you know, pretty competitively. That's Deadlock for me. You know, if I'm going to play Deadlock, I'm playing because I want to fucking win. And then I have games that like launch up with the boys. We're going to fuck around. I'm going to play fucking Luna Snow and dance all over the goddamn battlefield, right? That's fucking Marvel Rivals. So it's kind of completed that trifecta for me. And I'm at a really good place with like gaming right now where it's like, I got all three of my bases covered. You know what I mean? Whereas like for a while it was Overwatch for both of them. You know, I was like, I'm playing it casually, but I'm also playing it competitively and I fucking hate it. You know what I mean? So,
So who are we maining, boys?
Well, you go first. You just want to ask a question.
You're our esteemed guest, TJ.
Yeah, TJ.
Well, I was going to say Hawkeye is who I had been maining as, but they're going to be nerfing him, I'm pretty sure, come Friday.
Good.
Good. Dude,
Yeah,
he's the exact...
It's so powerful.
He's literally
it's the
Hanzo.
exact same thing as Hanzo when Overwatch first launched. Too much damage,
and
and the
I love
hitbox
it.
is too fat.
Too much. Yeah.
That man is
I love
shooting
it.
tree trunks across the map.
Fuck that, dude. Oh my god.
And then you get a tank in your face, you just start spam clicking, and they're gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's another thing. Oh yeah. I'm not.
Yep.
We're not gonna get into this. We're not gonna get into this. I don't want to bitch about the game. Oh god.
Yeah. So
Anyways, Hawkeye.
I don't know who I will switch to after they nerf him. I'm gonna try a couple different characters probably, but I haven't picked one.
Try out. I hear Scarlet Witch is pretty good.
It's so hard to get the chance to play it.
Yeah.
Because every time you're playing with Wolverine.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. So funny.
It just occurred to me, maybe just for confusion's sake, when we're referring to Wolverine, that's his gamer tag. We're not playing with Wolverine in the game.
We're not playing with Logan.
Yeah.
Where it's our buddy. We're trying not to fucking give too much away.
Trying
You
not
call
to dox
Zach,
him on the other
Zach.
side of the room from TJ.
Yeah. Man, fuck. I've been playing a bunch of different characters. I play Luna Snow as like, if I had to pick a main, that'd be it. Luna Snow. I
Really?
fucking love that girl. Dude.
Healing feels so good in Marvel Rivals,
Yes.
dude. It really does.
It really does. Healing and tanking both feel very satisfying in the game. I have to, tip my
I'm
hat.
terrible at
I think tanking to me is very satisfying. You don't have to have that good of, because the healing is strong enough, you don't have to have that good of a support to kind of survive. And certain tanks have enough survivability. Venom especially, like holy shit, Venom has some really like solid survivability. And if you kind of understand the concept of hero shooters, I think it kind of plays into your ability to like, play, like if you played Overwatch, you could probably play Marvel Rivals pretty effectively. But yeah, definitely enjoy Luna Snow. For tanks, or I'm sorry, for supports. I also like Cloak and Dagger. Really, really like Cloak and Dagger. The ability to kind of like shift back and forth between the two kind of modes of like a more DPS oriented kind of debuff kind of mode versus like a full healing, support kind of thing. And then the ultimate being a combination of both. Really, really cool. Both in character concept and design and just how it plays and how it feels. And then in terms of like DPS, Black Panther, really like Black Panther.
Really?
And then, I love Black Panther and love Hela. They're probably the two that I would like pick. Really, really love Hela. She definitely needs to be fucking nerfed.
She's getting nerfed Friday also.
Yeah.
Good. She fucking needs it. Holy shit, she's so strong. I love it.
She is strong.
And then for tanks, I really like Hulk, Captain America. Captain America especially. Captain America is one of those that like I played him initially and I was like, this character fucking sucks. And now I'm like one of my favorite tanks. Such a cool and like I really like him.
That's the tank that I play if I try and play as Captain America because I'm not very good at the other ones yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so like Captain America I felt was the easiest for me to learn between having like the mini shield and then you can like throw his shield and it comes back and you can like do that repetitively where it like throw the shield, throw and hit them over and over.
Yeah,
oh gosh,
you like build up shield charge and then throw it more. Yeah, dude. He's a really interesting tank. I mean, all the characters are really interesting in how they're built, kind of how they play. They definitely have like a decent amount of variety. The ultimates is kind of one of those things. I'll let Kirby go first, but I want to come back to the fact that the ultimates feel a little lackluster. Some of them. I feel like there's like 4 Reaper ultimates, but
It's kind of a fair point. One thing I don't remember exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, when it comes to tanking, I'm not a main tank, dude. I can't do it. I got to be a backup tank. That's the only way I can really tank, and it works out great for me because my best buddy Tyler, who always plays Strange, and the dude is god tier Strange, bro. I
Oh
swear,
yeah.
every game that man gets MVP.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because Wolverine tries so hard. Our buddy Wolverine, he tries so hard. He's like, I'm Scarlet Witch. I got all the DPS. But then Tyler busts out 70k block damage.
Damn,
It's insane.
70k.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes, dude. So me being an off tank while he does his thing, dude, I kill it. I kill it as Magneto.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Magneto is definitely my main tank for DPS. The first character I played was Iron Man. And he's kind of squishy, but dude, he can do some good area denial and he can hit hard, especially with that Hulk team up.
Yeah.
So you're going to play Hulk and I'm going to play Iron Man.
Hell yeah.
But if I go Iron Man and I'm getting shot out of the sky too much by a shitty little Hela, I'll switch over to Psylocke. That's my babe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, those like squishier kind of flanky characters, I don't, and like I'm a Tracer Genji main, so I feel like I should be. Yeah. I can't play him. I mean, I can play what's his face? I just fucking said Black Panther. And like that's kind of like the only flanky character that I can play. But like I can't do Star-Lord or Spider-Man or like any of those other like Wolverine or any of those. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if it's because my old man hands or some shit. Like my old brain doesn't know how the fuck to make this shit work. But I can't for the life of me play him. I don't know what it is.
I had no success with Spider-Man and Wolverine. But with Psylocke, I feel like it's either like a feast or famine for me. I'm either going to be top DPS, murdering everybody from the backside, or hot dog shit garbage, and my team is going, please switch, Psylocke. You gotta switch.
Oh, fuck.
For the healers, though, Luna, she's so good. And the healing just feels so good, dude. You got like your Venom on your team jumping across the map, and you're just sniping them and healing them. Feels great.
Yeah. Throw on your like extra buff heal, and then you're fucking
dude, you start clapping.
You clap, yeah, clapping on him. Oh, so good, so good.
Where you hit, dude, if you like a Spider-Man or a Venom, somebody jumps in and you just turn and freeze them. Ooh, yeah, ooh, it feels good.
And asleep all over again. It's like getting those big freezes is really nice. I got a freeze the other day that was it was a funnily enough, Scarlet Witch that was doing her bomb, and she was waiting around a corner, and I just my big fucking old brain knew, at having played, like Overwatch for 2 bajillion hours, I was like, this motherfucker gonna come around right now, and I got the freeze. It cancels her ult. And I was like, oh,
epic.
Oh, I know you're angry, and it just does something to me downstairs. I love it. Oh God. Fucking hell. But yeah, it's a fun game, man. Like it again, there's definitely, I have my gripes. Ultimates seem, again, to me, some of them are really cool. Some of them feel a bit lackluster. The fact that like Mantis and Luna Snow have basically the same ultimate, kind of just like, okay, whatever. The 4 different Reaper ults that there are, I think I count
Star-Lord, Psylocke.
Star-Lord, Psylocke. And for Star-Lord, it's fucking E or whatever. It's like, it's just an ability. But yeah, Star-Lord, Psylocke, Storm, and I can't remember. Oh, and Spider-Man. Yeah.
But Storm sucks so much ass, dude.
I like Storm. But it's the same ult. It's the same AoE damage, whatever. I don't know. Throw some variety in there, motherfucker. Like, I get you have a lot of characters, but come on.
Well, but have you seen that the Fantastic Four is coming?
Yeah.
The whole Fantastic Four. How wild is that?
That's pretty crazy.
They have so many characters that they can pull from that it's one of those, like, right now we might not see a whole lot for what they have ultimate wise, but that could build off of the newer characters that they eventually bring in. So
yeah. And I get that. I don't know. I think it's one of those things that like I'm so spoiled by, I guess, like what I think about Deadlock right now and how Deadlock's ultimates are, that they're all very, pretty fairly like strongly varied in how they operate and how, what you're doing.
Meaningful to the game.
Huh?
Like, are they like very meaningful to the game?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, they make a huge difference. You know, your ultimate can like if you do like a lash combo into like, you know, haze or whatever, like throwing all of them into like haze's ult, it can like win you a whole team fight, right? Or like getting a big pick, like they can mean, you know, win or loss, you know. If Dynamo gets in and gets a big grab and like 4 people get grabbed and that team is fucking gone, right? Because then he uses refresher and gets in and fucking it's basically graviton. It's a big black hole.
We got Jeff for that in Marvel.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, and like there's the ability to combo. You could do like a Groot ult and then do a Jeff ult and then fucking send them all over the edge, right? But
Groot
I don't know,
makes me irrationally angry. Those walls piss me off, dude.
Yeah, the walls are really annoying.
I love Groot.
I'm pretty much like, if I see a Groot or another Iron Man, it's fight on sight. I will target them till the sun comes down.
Are you taking the air fight every time?
Dude, I'm Iron Man, all right? Don't be Iron Man. I'm Iron Man.
I'm Iron Man. There's only one. I'm Iron Man. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of glad that there isn't the like Deadlock only allows for one character of each kind. So like I couldn't do like a Lash v Lash because that would just be fucking awful. But like I'm kind of glad that that's not the case with Marvel Rivals, because like the ability to like have like a mirror matchup or whatever, like that to me is really cool. Like I kind of like that. So
I don't feel like there's any other character that can sort of take to the sky and have an aerial dogfight besides 2 Iron Mans.
Yeah.
Like other characters can jump up and be annoying. Spider-Man can jump up and kick you in the nuts, but he's gonna fall down. You get 2 Iron Mans, dude. It's just dude, it's so cool sometimes.
God.
And then it's just a matter of who can hit the laser and be accurate.
There you go. God. Yeah, man, the game is fun. I at the end of the day, as much as I would want to like probably talk some shit, it is at the end of the day a fun game. Like it's definitely been consuming all of our times to an extent.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I feel like when TJ here first got me playing it, I was like, "Yo, Silas, like you should probably check it out. It's pretty good." I think you told me to go fuck myself.
Yeah, probably something along those lines. I'm like, the thing about it is, I'm so jaded with my 2,000 plus hours of Overwatch, that it's really hard for me to like sit down and get into to like justify like doing another hero shooter, right? Like I think the fact that like Deadlock was more of a MOBA than a hero shooter kind of made a big difference to me. And it was such a shift from what I was used to, because it still has those aspects of being a hero shooter, but it is more of a MOBA, obviously. The thing with Marvel Rivals, I was just like, I just don't need that. I don't want another fucking. I spent 2,000 hours in this other fucking, you know, and I watched it die. I watched it slowly through the years get worse and worse to where we are now, where they're like, oh, well, you know, 5v5 didn't work, so we're going to bring 6v6 back. Come on, guys. It's just like it used to be. And it's not. It's just fucking not, right? They have some cool characters. They have some really cool characters. Like, they've introduced some new cool ideas. It still fucking sucks. The game is still shit. Like, anyways. God, I don't want to go down that road of pain and misery.
Did you ever play a MOBA? Like any other MOBAs?
I played League of Legends, and I played. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I played with Jesse back when he played League of Legends. That was a fucking nightmare. Jesse hated League of Legends. I don't know why the fuck he played it so much. He would get so angry at that game. So I played with him. I was really drunk when I played. Did not enjoy it. I think I might have tried it one other time. Maybe I think I must have played it at least once with Kevin, and not a fan. It's still like it reassured everything in me that I was like, I don't want to play this shit.
Yep. Kevin has begged and dragged me into the mud and been like, please just play a game with me. I've probably played a single digit number of games and just nope.
Yeah, and then I played Smite with y'all too. So it's that, that was like very like, you know, I played maybe like for an hour, maybe 2.
Fucking love
only
Smite.
When y'all asked, I couldn't get into it.
Smite is very similar in the way that it has gaming wise to Deadlock, like where it's like that kind of MOBA third person.
Yeah,
you got minions, lanes. Yeah,
you're shooting. Definitely the third person aspect. It's one of the aspect of Smite that I did like, That's why I played it a little bit more than like League of Legends, because I think I have like a total of 3 matches in League of Legends. Whereas Smite, like I gave it more of a I gave it the old college try, you know.
College try.
Yeah. But I just couldn't lock into it the way that I could with any other MOBA that I tried. I just it was never for me. Deadlock was like the perfect storm. I can't stop playing that game. I have 300 hours right now, and the game's not even fucking out.
That's some dedication.
Yeah. I made this comment before to somebody, and they disagreed, but Marvel Rivals gives me it reminds me a lot of Smite. I don't know exactly why. I feel like there's more characters than Overwatch, so there's more counters. And each character has, for the most part, a good variety of abilities. Something like Genji in Overwatch he has the one purpose: get the back line, be a sneaky fuck, be squishy, kill him fast, get out.
Yep.
I feel like and I mean I could be off base. I'm stupid, but in Marvel Rivals, like you can use the characters a little more than that. Some of them, like Spider-Man, is basically the same as Genji. But you can play Cloak and Dagger. You can do some more damage. You can also do some good heals. Loki, very similar. I mean, Doctor Strange, dude, will get top damage every damn match and top blocked. It feels a little bit more variety-like, and it just has more characters. And I loved Smite, so it gives me Smite vibes a bit. Yeah, definitely not. It's not a MOBA. There's not the lanes. There's not minions. But something about the characters it gives me that vibe.
Yeah, there's definitely aspects of it that I can see a little bit of what you're talking about with the variety of the heroes, especially, and the fact that they have such a deep roster. They brought out like fucking Squirrel Girl and Jeff the Landshark, like heroes that I guarantee you a ton of people had no idea that was in the Marvel lexicon, right?
I'd never heard of Luna Snow.
Yeah, Luna Snow. I didn't know about Luna Snow at all. The fact that they have that deep lexicon, and not only that, but they're doing the whole multiverse thing of like the timelines being crossed and stuff like that. So they could pull anybody. They could pull literally anybody from the Marvel universe and just fucking throw them in, and they would work. They would absolutely work. So I want to pose the question right now. We'll go around as many as you want or as few as you want. Give me at least one hero from the Marvel universe that you want to see. Yeah, that you want to see in Marvel Rivals. Who do you think? I will go first, right? I will go first. I want to see fucking Rogue, or not Rogue. I do want to see Rogue. I want to see Gambit. I would really love to see Gambit. X-Men. If you don't know, he's the guy. He's the Louisiana guy with the cards and shit. I just think that'd be a fucking cool DPS.
My name is the Gambit.
Yeah. Fucking, I think he would be killer. I think Gambit would be really cool. Jubilee is another one that I really like too. She's like the fireworks kind of mutant from another X-Men. I think I just want to see more of the X-Men, but like I think Gambit and Jubilee definitely are 2 picks that I would go for. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna let a lot of people down right here and just say I don't know shit about Marvel. I watched up to the first Avengers movie. I watched the first Avengers movie, and then I was like, I'm burnt out with this superhero shit. I've never seen Avengers 2, 3. I've not seen so many of those Marvel movies, so my knowledge is a little lacking here. But the first thing that comes to my mind is Green Goblin. Is that?
Yeah, he's this villain in Spider-Man.
That'd be cool. I mean, you gotta have Spider-Man and Green Goblin, right? Dude, I want to fly around on the hoverboard, shoot bombs.
That actually would be kind of sick. I didn't even think about
that would be really cool.
A flying Junkrat. Oh God.
Maybe tune that down a little.
That is what that is. Like that would be a flying Junkrat. Like.
Oh God.
And then I want him to take off his mask, and it is Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Hire Willem Dafoe to voice act the character. Fuck yeah. Oh man.
Oh dude, or the guy that wants pictures of Spider-Man, can he be a hero?
J. Jonah Jameson?
Bring me pictures of Spider-Man.
No, what the fuck?
And he gets like a super power buff if Spider-Man's on the other team.
He immediately does more damage just to Spider-Man.
Oh my goodness.
God.
That cigar.
Bring me Spider-Man. God, so dumb. TJ, what are you thinking?
Um, there's there's so many to like be able to choose from, but I would almost want to see what's the he's he's a mutant as well, but in the mutants he has the wings and he can fly.
Oh, fucking god damn.
Well, yeah, what's his name? I can't remember.
Fucking I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like Angel or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like, I think that could be really cool, and they could give some abilities to him that could make him a really powerful hero.
Does he fly? Is he like a flying guy?
He's a flying guy.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I want in Marvel. I want more aerial battles.
Yeah. Because really, you're right. It's only Iron Man right now, really.
Iron Man and Storm are the only two I think that have the consistent kind of like flying. Fuck you, Storm's good.
Storm down like Old Yeller.
Storm's good. Yeah, I think the addition of like more flying characters would be cool. Now I'm trying to think about the name. I'm about to look it the fuck up.
All right, well, you do that.
I think his name really is just Angel.
Yeah.
Who's the X-Men that does like instant transmission? Purple guy or blue guy?
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler, dude. Imagine, dude, you could piss somebody off. Just right behind him.
Or Silver Surfer.
Ooh,
yeah, that was another one that I heard
Fantastic
too.
Four, so yeah, dude.
Yeah, that was another one that I heard people talking about. Oh, and his name is literally Angel, by the way. That's his name is Angel.
Yeah.
He also has
it sounded
another
familiar.
version called Archangel. So
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Silver Surfer is another one that I've heard people talk about. Well, they're adding the Fantastic Four, so that would be a fucking sick one.
I'm really stoked to try out Thing. It's clobbering time.
Yeah, dude. If he doesn't say that during his ult,
he's gonna. He
has to. He has to.
Have you seen any of the gameplay video from the Fantastic Four? So one move that caught my attention big is Mr. Incredible. So when he punches, his arms like stretch to make it ranged. And then
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic, not Mr. Incredible. So with his stretchy arms, dude, you can grab one character, grab like an enemy, grab another enemy, and smack them together. So there's already all these memes on Reddit of like, now kiss.
Now kiss. Oh, God. Oh, man. That's kind of fucking cool. I like that idea of like thinking about different, like theory crafting, like what heroes or what, like, who they could bring in to like change things up. Obviously, like Deadpool and him breaking the fourth wall all the time.
Yes, Deadpool would be a great character that they could add.
Absolutely.
The envision Ryan Reynolds voicing it, be like, "This game sucks."
Who's balancing this thing, right?
I'm clearly OP.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh God. Like you get a new update. Here's a voice line. Like, did you read the patch notes? This is crazy. What'd they do to this thing?
It'd be even better if they gave him a skin that was Green Lantern, but he was still just.
Oh man, if they can get the fucking rights to,
But that's DC. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say Green Lantern's DC. Yeah.
So
if they could get the rights to do that,
there's no way they would never.
They could give him like a green version of the suit and be like, "What is this a throwback to?" You know what I mean? Like kind of.
I ordered this superhero costume on Temu.
Yeah. Oh fuck, God. There's a lot of potential for the game. I think that's kind of the big thing to take away. I'm looking forward to what they do. Hopefully they don't fuck it up. I feel like I said that about so many games. Hopefully they don't fuck it up. You know what I mean? So easy to just like completely misbalance it and then destroy everything.
One thing I'm a little bit concerned about is they've started off with so much momentum.
Yeah.
And I think even with this really big swing that they're making of season 1 kicks off and we're adding 4 characters, just bam, 4 new characters right there. That might set some high expectations. And like, I don't think the dev team can realistically drop 4 characters at a time like that forever.
Yeah. It definitely is not. I mean, doing fucking, it all depends on the funding that they have and the size of the team, obviously the amount of assets that they can put towards, character development, going through abilities, going through balance, all of the different, rigmarole that comes with making a game, right? I'm looking forward to seeing new maps and, other game types. I thought
Friday.
I thought the Splatoon little like mini game thing, I thought that was cool. I'm looking forward to seeing kind of more of that. Did you not know that about the Jeff the Shark Splatoon thing? TJ, did you know about this?
Yeah.
I didn't know about Conquest mode until TJ just told us earlier. I've seen the Jeff thing, and I was like, well, that sounds stupid. I've only played regular and ranked.
Yeah, the Conquest mode is really only good like as a team, because otherwise, like we had 2 people that quit out, and so it was 4v6 the whole time, and we only got 20 kills, and the other team was at their 50, and we were just getting wrecked. So I think it's only really good when you have like a full squad, probably.
Yeah.
I have one other complaint, and I fully understand why they do this, but I don't know if you guys have experienced. You cannot go into ranked mode if you're in a party of 5.
5-piece, yeah.
Really? Oh, I didn't realize they had limitations. So they did that with Deadlock for a little while, and they rolled that back where you couldn't 6-stack or 5-stack or whatever.
You can 6-stack. You can 1, 2, 3, 4.
5-stack.
You just can't 5.
I'm curious if it's because of queue times. So I know that people will duo a lot. 5-stacking, kind of you're basically, it lets, one thing I can kind of see is one for bullying issues. Like obviously it's very easy to bully or to, if you have the odd man out, it's very easy to blame the odd man out. 2, if you're looking at like, queue times, if you have a party of 5, it's really hard to either find it may not be as hard finding a solo player, that then has to worry about, is this 5-stack even going to be fucking good? But then also finding another 5-stack of like, and again too, it's like not only it's finding the 5-stack, but finding a 5-stack of similar elo, and then finding a 6th of similar elo that can then, I can kind of get why, but at the same time, it does kind of suck if you have 5 buddies on and you're
I can kind of see that, except for literally every time you press find match, it instantly finds a game.
Yeah,
I think the longest queue I've ever seen was 2 seconds.
Well, and that's because there's 1, a lot of people playing, and 2, I feel like the way that matchmaking works right now is, to me, in my opinion, that's kind of one of the things that I would complain about. It's extremely fucking unbalanced. It is. I've only had a handful of close matches. Usually it's a fucking wipe on either end.
One-sided.
Right? Very one-sided. So, but yeah, I don't know, man. I'll say it again. I just hope they don't fuck it up. Right.
Well, NetEase Games, if you want to sponsor us, we're happy to have you. We'll promote this game. We will stop talking shit.
Oh man. So it is become tradition and with a new year, I wanted to mention something. So we've talked about other podcasts before. I want to ask both of you, you ever heard of the Hearsay podcast?
No.
Only in the note that you put in the Discord.
Yeah. So a one Diane Neal, who played Assistant District Attorney Casey Novak on SVU.
Oh, dude.
Has a podcast. I haven't even heard an episode of it. I just wanted to mention it because I knew it would fucking upset you. She has her own podcast. She hasn't posted like a year, but
I want you to know my wife started listening to the podcast. She's a supportive and amazing woman. And after a few episodes, she goes, Silas talks about CSU a lot. Or
SVU?
SVU. CSU. Yeah. See, Law and Order.
One of those shows. One of those 3-letter shows. CSI, CSU. Fucking, yeah. NCIS.
Okay, so you're bringing this up and you haven't listened to an episode.
No. I just wanted to bring it up because I thought it was interesting that she has a podcast.
On a previous episode, I brought up a podcast and I had reviewed it and I brought some notes. You're really letting us down. You know what?
Here's the thing.
TJ, you just want to be in my new co-host?
I am not a co-host. I am a participant.
Yeah. Also, if you're going to be my co-host, you also have to be the editor.
Yeah.
I do know how to edit. I just don't do it.
Oh shit! suddenly my position on this show is at risk.
I do recall offering it one time if you guys need help.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Oh fuck.
I'm willing to do it, but I know it takes a lot of work. Like what you do, Ben, is...
Dude, according to our editor, it is the hardest job on the planet.
I don't know about that. It's just
he
a fucking pain in the
constantly.
Ass. I don't like to edit. Shit fucking sucks. It's time consuming and just fucking, oh god.
It's not time well meant.
It's not time well meant. It's the one aspect of this. Like, here's the thing. I fucking love, a lot happens within 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
You haven't said that this episode. Holy
I just
shit.
did. I know. I'm amazed. I didn't get the chance. TJ is distracting me with his beautiful face.
Oh.
One of the things that I kind of realized is that, like, I love, if I wasn't doing this, if I wasn't like actively wanting to be here every 2 weeks and fucking shoot the shit with some of the fucking best people that I know, I wouldn't fucking do it, right? Like, I wouldn't want to fucking edit. I hate editing. I still, to this day, I'm just like, God, this sucks. There are times when, like, I have fun with it. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's times where I find something new and I'm like, that's really cool that I can do this, right? But a lot of the times it's just like, I just don't want to, it's too much fucking work. It doesn't take that much time, but at the same time, it's like, anyways, I could go on and on
It's
about
just
it.
kind of a tedious thing. It's more time consuming than it feels like it should be.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But hey, we're not going to get Marvel to sponsor us if you don't do a good edit.
True. We'll never get Diane Neal on the show if I don't get my shit together.
Oh my god.
Coming up next week, Mariska Hargitay.
Hey, oh man, that'd be so sick. Oh man. No, I did listen to some clips. What I should have said is I did listen to a few clips. I didn't watch any full episodes because it's like fucking 30 plus episodes, I think. That's another podcast that we have to outdo. We have to get more episodes than the Hearsay podcast. The funny thing is too, is I don't even think she talks about law. It's supposed to be a comedy podcast. And she has like guests on. She talks about different shit. One of the clips that I watched, she's talking about like a charcuterie board that she got. I don't know, just fucking Diane Neal shit. I don't know.
Okay, so we're gonna outlive that podcast, and we're gonna switch and start talking about law.
Perfect. TJ, what do you know about criminal law? Go ahead and
actually, TJ, you ever watch
on
Law
which
and
side
Order?
of the law? Because I can tell you some things, but I don't know how legal I am.
Tell you about some laws that I've broken, you know what I mean? Oh God. Please don't incriminate yourself on this podcast.
No.
So there I was on July 4th.
Yeah. At 5 p.m. overlooking the sunset. Oh God. No. No incriminating ourselves. No self-incrimination here. Have you ever actually, TJ, that is kind of fun. Have you ever watched Law and Order or any of the law? Because there's like 5 different fucking series.
I have seen like a season of Law and Order, but I never got into it. I was never like, oh, this is my show, I gotta watch this. So it was never something that I got like hinged on and had to watch. I don't know. I like stuff like The 100. Like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like, I'm almost done with Naruto. I have like 12 episodes left.
Naruto. Wait, how long is Naruto? That's not as long as One Piece.
No, not nearly. Is it? Are you on Shippuden or are you on regular Naruto?
Shippuden.
Okay, yeah. So you're almost done.
Yeah.
Oh wow, hell yeah. Fuck
they
yeah.
just
That's a lot.
They just beat Kaguya.
Yeah.
So
and then there's it's kind of the wrap up, and then I think there's like a little time skip at the end. Oh,
yep.
So good.
Because it's Sasuke and Naruto fighting right now for their final battle.
Yeah.
Like, this should be easy. Like, come on, Naruto, you should be kicking his ass. And that's not how it's going. And I'm like, what the fuck? What was all this buildup for him becoming such a badass just for him to be like square with Sasuke? Like,
it's, I think that's one of those things I'm not going to spoil it, right? Well, I probably will eventually, but it's one of those things that I think the ending to that, and I can remember exactly where I was when I read the last chapter of Naruto, because I was at work, because I watched it up until the 5 war arc, I think is when is where the anime was.
Mhm.
And then or no, it was even before that it was like, I don't even remember what it was. It had like just gotten into Shippuden, and I was like, I can't fucking wait for this. I gotta read it. And so I started reading it. Read through the whole thing, you know what I mean? And I remember being at work, and I was in a car because I worked at a car rental place, and I was cleaning a car. And I was like sitting in line for the car wash, and I was like reading through the last chapter, and I like broke down, and I was like crying. Like I didn't cry like really hard, but I definitely like I shed a few tears. And I was like, oh my God. Like it was just like, it's over. You know, it's done. Like it's a whole chapter in my life. I actually have the Kakashi's Anbu symbol like tattooed on my arm.
That's what that is? I never knew that.
Yeah, it's Kakashi's Anbu symbol.
So after you finish that, I imagine you pulled up the window and were just like, turtle wax, please.
Oh man, it was definitely one of those things that, yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's been plenty of moments in my life that are like, and this happens with everyone, I'm sure, where it's like you have these, and maybe it doesn't happen as often where you can see it so concretely, but like you have these moments of like distinct eras, not necessarily coming to an end, but something changes, right? Like, so with Naruto ending, it was like, fuck, like it's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The ending of
it's the closing of a chapter. Yeah. So there you go.
That's how Kingdom Hearts 3 was for me at the end of it. I don't know if you ever got into those games, but your main character at the very end like dissipates into nothing.
Spoilers, bro.
Oh, I'm spoiling it.
Yeah.
Because
it's
trying
been
to
out for
explain
like 10 years.
Yeah, and trying to explain the whole game is gonna take like a whole other podcast in itself, and then it would still be like, did you ever get to the point of the game? And you'd be like, no, that was just like the gathering storyline of everything broad aspect. Like I didn't even get to tell you like the main plot.
It sounds like you're volunteering to come back for one of our specialty episodes.
Hell yeah, episode 25 is gonna be TJ's deep dive into Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
oh
there you
gosh.
go.
I'll do it. I'll provide the deep dive details.
Oh God,
dude.
No,
wait.
Yeah.
Isn't 25? We have something.
25 is Addy Inward.
Okay, it's gotta be 30.
Gotta be 30. You gotta come back for 30.
Bro, spoiler
you
alert.
got a lot of time to prepare. Oh fuck! I did spoil it. Oh well. No one knows who that person is.
I hope somebody just internet sleuths this and it's like, I know exactly what that is.
Yeah,
I know.
Can you imagine? You know, y'all know what that is. No one else online really knows what that is. It's a very niche
Sure
thing.
do, some bitch.
Oh God, what a wild ride. Well, fuck, man. Listen, it's been we're right about that time. Fuck. I gotta say, 2025 starting off really fucking well. If this is how the first episode's going, one thing that I think that doesn't get said. It happens nowadays more at the end of the episode whenever we like stop the recording. But like Kirby and I will always kind of like,
extra guest,
extra bonus guest, sweet baby. I'll bring my sweet baby up to fucking. He's asleep, but I'm waking him up. Get up here.
He's just on your desk.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He just sleeps on my desk.
He just grabbed it like a fucking cup of water off your desk.
Yeah. He's just passed out. He likes to sleep on my desk. One of the things that like we say constantly, or that Kirby always says to me after an episode is he'll go, "Man, that was a great episode." Like, oh man, it just felt good. And again, I think this is kind of right up that alley. I think it was a great episode. I think not to toot our own horn. But
no, we're tooting TJ's horn.
Tooting TJ's horn. Yeah, buddy, TJ, we really appreciate you doing this little test run with us.
Absolutely last minute with no warning.
Yeah, legitimately just like, hey, what are you doing for the next hour?
You want to be on a podcast?
Yeah, you want to be on a podcast? You want a shot?
Don't mind if I want a shot.
Yeah.
Shot?
I do want a shot. I'm planning to run to the liquor store as soon as this ends.
Yeah. Well,
office is closed tomorrow, baby.
We would love to sit here and goof around and talk about, I mean, because here's the thing, like, I will say this, TJ has been a very wonderful friend of ours for a very long time. And I really genuinely do mean, like, thank you very much, bud, for coming on, and just listening to us fucking dribble for fucking an hour.
Hey, I got to be a part of it. So I'm enjoying every minute that I got to spend with you guys.
Kevin's going to be pissed.
Kevin's gonna be pissed. Kevin, we love you. Kevin, we love you.
We do love you, Kevin. You'll be next.
It wasn't my idea.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't planned.
Honestly, Kevin, you just should have been in Discord.
You should. Yeah. What are you doing? Stop playing League. God, yeah, we would love to. We would love to harp on about Kevin's League addiction for an eternity. But there are times for things to come to an end, and we would love to spend much more time with you. But I think, TJ, what do you think? I think, yeah. Kirby, yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
I think that was time well meant.
Yeah, very time moment.
I have been dialed in to this drama.
Communication is alpha.